In terms of your career, you can genuinely be anything you want to be. Now you know what you want to accomplish in your life. Actually doing that is easy. No, seriously. Want to be a writer? Great. All you have to do is start writing a book. Want to be an artist? Sure, just start painting. Want to be a pilot? Start looking for pilot courses. Want to be a pilot but can't afford the course or don't want to give up your current lifestyle? Then look into flying a microlight. The point is that as soon as you start doing the thing you want to do, you become that thing. As soon as you write, you are a writer by definition. Sure, you may not be famous for it. You might not be professional. You might not even be any good, but you are a writer. And when someone asks you what you do, you can legitimately say, I'm a writer. Hopefully, what you're getting from this is that you don't have to define yourself by your career. Likewise, you don't have to have just one career, and your finances don't have to be completely tied to your income either. Again, it's not about waiting. It's about realizing what it is about the thing that makes you excited and happy. So, let's say you always wanted to be a rock star. Now you're in your 40s and you work in logistics. Boy, did something go wrong somewhere or what? This is what midlife crises are made out of. First things first, remember the old adage that it's never too late to be what you always wanted to be. That's genuinely true, you know. Sometimes it's actually easier to accomplish things when you're older. Always wanted to be an actor, but now you're 80? Well, there are tons of work for older people to play extras or small parts on TV, and as you get older, you'll have more time to audition. You can achieve that lifelong dream now. Always wanted to live in LA, but now you're 70? Never was there a better time. Okay, back to being the wannabe rock star with the midlife crisis. What do you do? Well, simple. You start performing music in your garage. You create a home studio on whatever budget you have, and you put together a band if you're so inclined. You might be in logistics, but you can get your sense of direction and accomplishment from the music. You're not a rock star yet, but you sure as heck are a rock musician, and that's a pretty good start. Next up, how about creating a YouTube channel for your music? How about uploading some tracks to SoundCloud or Bandcamp? You might just find you get a little following. You might even make a little money. And there was no risk, no big change to your lifestyle. Now you're living that dream. You're a very small rock star, and that's good enough. The only question is, what took you so long? In that last example, we looked at how you could gain exposure for your rock music by using YouTube. The web actually makes all kinds of things possible today that weren't possible before. Did you know you can self-publish a book on Lulu and you don't have to pay anything up front? It's called POD, or print on demand, and that means the copies only get made when they're sold, meaning there's no upfront investment and no risk. Even before the internet, though, there have always been multiple ways of achieving the same end. Now take a look at Sylvester Stallone. He is a guy who always wanted to be an actor, but no one would give him the time of day because of his slur. So instead of giving up, Sly changed his approach. He wrote the killer script for Rocky and then showed that to producers. They were so blown away by what they were reading that they were willing to agree to almost any terms in order to secure the rights to that script. Sly's demand? He would be the star. The rest is history. The point is, you don't always have to go about reaching your goals in the traditional or obvious manner. Almost always there are other ways you can go about achieving the same thing if you just take the time to come up with a strategy. What are your strengths? What are your current resources? Who are your most valuable connections? How can you personally achieve that goal that you have in mind? Remember too, the longer you work at something, the better at it you become. Now, this applies not only to obvious skills, but also to the business nous and the ability to self-promote. In other words, you might start playing music in your garage and really stink. But if you keep at it long enough, you'll get better and better until you're close to rock star good. Likewise, if you keep on practicing at the music, you'll eventually get to the point where you learn how best to gain exposure and to promote yourself. Keep at it long enough, and success is almost certainly going to be around the corner. This is also just one more reason to step on it. The sooner you start trying, the quicker you'll get to a professional standard.